Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
When you light a cigarette, do you realize that within seconds your blood vessels tighten, your immune system shifts into high gear, and hidden damage begins, even if you feel perfectly fine? Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, guiding the conversation, and with me is my co-host, Ilara Sky. Together we deliver direct practical insights from Dr. Mercola's latest research.
In this episode, we're focusing on new findings that reveal how heavy smoking triggers systemic inflammation and vascular damage, plus proven steps you can take to calm that storm and quit for good.
Let's start with the basics. Heavy smoking, defined as more than 20 cigarettes a day, bathes you in toxic chemicals. Blood tests in the recent scientific report study showed dramatically higher levels of substances that scream cellular stress.
At the same time, your natural antioxidant defenses plummet. You're taking repeated hits that tear down cell walls while stripping away the very tools you rely on to repair them.
That double hit means your heart, lungs, and immune network stay in a state of emergency. Researchers saw that smokers had elevated red and white blood cell counts, a sign your system is scrambling to deliver oxygen and fight perceived threats.
Yet platelets, the cells that control clotting, actually dropped. That imbalance raises the odds of clot-related events on one hand and dangerous bleeding on the other. Your circulation becomes unpredictable.
Let's look closer at the immune response. Lung tissue samples revealed a buildup of highly active immune cells. When those cells stay overactivated, they start harming healthy tissue, driving chronic inflammation.
That inflammation isn't isolated to your lungs. Chemical messengers surge through your bloodstream and can damage arteries, leading to heart disease, or disrupt metabolic pathways tied to insulin resistance.
Another key takeaway: smoking raises specific inflammatory markers linked to airway diseases like asthma and COPD. Every inhalation nudges you closer to these chronic conditions.
You might wonder if quitting solves everything. The International Journal of Inflammation study tracked adults who had smoked for at least 25 years. Former smokers showed lower levels of a key immune stress signal compared with those still smoking, and that improvement appeared fairly quickly.
However, some inflammation stuck around, especially when excess weight or poor diet persisted. Quitting is essential, but not sufficient. You need a comprehensive strategy to soothe your system.
Dr. Mercola outlines 5 steps to lower inflammation and make quitting stick. The first is to use nutrient-dense, real food. Build meals around grass-fed butter, bone broth, tallow, root vegetables, and ripe fruit.
At the same time, avoid alcohol, seed oils, and processed foods. Those choices feed the inflammation you're trying to extinguish and can intensify nicotine cravings.
Step 2 is daily movement. Even 15 minutes of walking or gentle breathwork boosts oxygen, stimulates nitric oxide production, and retrains your nervous system to find relief without nicotine.
The third step addresses brain pathways. Techniques like emotional freedom techniques, mindful breathing, or home-based brain stimulation devices interrupt craving loops and reset dopamine circuits.
Step 4 is to redesign your environment. Remove ashtrays, lighters, or any cue linked to smoking. Swap in fresh scents, different seating, or a water bottle so your surroundings no longer push you toward a cigarette.
And finally, step 5. Quit completely. Set a specific quit date, make a clean break, and keep reinforcing the new habits you built in the previous steps. Research shows measurable drops in immune stress once you cut the nicotine supply.
One striking detail from the scientific report's data is that smokers' antioxidant enzymes dropped by nearly half, depriving you of crucial free radical neutralizers.
That shortfall explains why smokers often notice premature skin aging and slower wound healing. Oxidative stress is unchecked, without those enzymes on guard.
Encouragingly, researchers observed former smokers regaining a substantial portion of those enzymes within months, highlighting that your chemistry can rebound sooner than you might expect.
Combine that biochemical recovery with improved circulation from daily movement, and you create the conditions for long-term cardiovascular repair and stronger immune resilience.
Let's pause on the concept of measurable change. In the scientific report study, one inflammatory marker fell sharply after quitting, offering concrete proof that your body starts healing right away.
That immediate feedback can be motivating. It's like watching fresh air replace smoke in your lungs, except this is happening on a microscopic level you can verify with lab work.
The article also notes that the more cigarettes you've smoked and the longer the duration, the worse the inflammation. But that tally works both ways. Every smoke-free day subtracts from the damage.
Age matters too. Inflammation naturally rises as you get older, yet smokers had even higher levels than non-smoking peers. So if you're over 40 and still smoking, your biological stress is stacking up fast.
Quitting resets part of that equation, but diet and weight may continue to fuel low-grade inflammation. That's why step 1, nutrient-dense food, remains a priority even after nicotine is gone.
Let's translate this into what you can do today. Start by planning your next 3 meals to include bone broth or root vegetables, and swap any processed snack for fresh fruit. That change alone begins lowering oxidative stress.
Then schedule a 15-minute walk right after your typical smoke break time. You're teaching your brain to expect movement and oxygen instead of nicotine, breaking the conditioned cycle.
If cravings hit, practice 4 rounds of mindful breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6, hold for 2. Simple, but research shows it shifts your nervous system toward calm.
For brain retraining, try tapping on the side of your hand while stating, "Even though I crave a cigarette, I choose calm and health." Repeat until the urge drops. That's a direct application of emotional freedom techniques.
Environmental cues are powerful. Clear one smoking zone today. Remove all paraphernalia and introduce a new object, a plant, a fresh scent candle, or even different lighting to signal change.
And set that quit date. Mark it on your calendar, share it with someone who supports you, and prepare by reinforcing each step we've discussed. Your plan becomes your shield against relapse.
Before we wrap up, remember the big picture. Heavy smoking floods you with toxins, keeps your immune system on red alert, and erodes your natural repair tools. But evidence shows your body can rebound once you quit and support recovery with the right habits.
That leads us to your practical challenge. Starting today, pick one of the 5 steps: nutrient-dense eating, daily movement, brain retraining, environmental redesign, or setting a quit date, and put it into action before you go to bed tonight. Small moves compound into lasting change.
Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.